something I normally do. Oh, Sancho finds Ronaldo. Ronaldo's through and goal. Goes round the keeper, thinks it in. Oh my days, Thiago Silva clears it off the line. Oh my. Hey guys, welcome back to the Ramel HD channel. Welcome back to another episode of this Manchester United career mode. This is the finale. This is episode 18. I would just like to thank all the support given earlier on today's episode 17, where we took on QPR and won the FA Cup and managed to clinch the double. So you can see I'm playing Chelsea and Crystal Palace. With Chelsea now, it feels like it's going to be like a warm-up game to see where Tuchel's men are mentally at and see if we can get the better of them in the league just before the Champions League final. So the match ended level between the two sides. Ronaldo ended up getting a goal, adding to his goal tally in the league. Hannibal managed to pull off an assist as well, so the Pedant and Mason Greenwood managed to get a late equaliser for us, causing the whole stadium to erupt. So let's look at some stats. As you can see, the game ended quite evenly. We ended the game with 51% possession and 2.8 expected goals, whereas Chelsea, they had 2.3 expected goals. So we wasn't too far apart. We were equally creating as much chances as each other. As you can see, we started the goal scoring. Ziyech equalised. Hudson-Odoi took the lead for Chelsea, and Mason Greenwood scored a goal in the very last minute. We have an offer for Fred. So it's 18 million is the starting point, is the benchmark for the offer, and I'm gonna ask in between 19 to 23 million, simply because Fred isn't too bad of a midfielder. We should be able to get as much from him as possible. So yeah, our next game is against Crystal Palace. It's at Selhurst Park, and this is the formation and the lineup I ended up going with. Is Tom Heaton in goal. We have the low at right back. Tuanzebe is at centre back with Maguire. Luke Shaw is at left back as well. We have Matic at CDM. Fred on left centre mid. Right centre mid is Hannibal, and then on the right we have Fukoja, who's making another start and another appearance for us. Up top is Ronaldo. Is going to be his last game for us in the Premier League. He's going to be wielding the captain band as well, and Pedence is also coming into the side. I'd like to highlight that this is Ronaldo's very last game for us in a Manchester United Premier League match, and I gave him the captain band. As you can see, he ended up scoring a goal. In fact, just for old time's sake, we're going to do this one more time. See, there we go. That's Ronaldo's very last goal for us in a Man United top. So with Juan Mata, this is his last game as well. This guy, he's achieved a lot at the club in a small stint, ended up winning a Europa League, an EFL Cup, and an FA Cup as well. And if you want to include the game's attributes, he's won the league, and he's also won the FA Cup as well. He probably can bag the Champions League too. So like I said, Ronaldo, he had a really good game. He scored 2 goals. He only had 2 attempts on goal. We were 2-0 down against Crystal Palace, but his magnificent display helped us bring it back. Luke Shaw got on the score sheet as well. So the season has ended. Ronaldo has finished on top. He ended up as the top goal scorer. Mo Salah was second, Gabriel Jesus was third, and Greenwood was fourth. The assists, well, we dominated the assist charts. We had Sancho, Rashford, Greenwood, and Van der Beek in the top 4. Sancho topped the charts with 28 assists, and I believe he's broken the record in the league, so congratulations to him. And David De Gea has topped the clean sheets chart. He was level with Alisson, but I think they're basing off how many matches he got to play in goal. He played 2 matches less than Alisson, so I think they've just handed the golden glove to him. So throughout the season, we've worked really hard to get to this position. We're at the press conference of the Champions League final. I didn't imagine myself being in this hot seat in this very moment. We have turned up most of the time this season, but there have been very small amount of times where we haven't, and it's been really bad. Like I said, the Chelsea and Manchester United final is deja vu, just like that Moscow final. Hopefully we get the result just like the other team did, just like Fergie did back in 2008. So I'm going with a back 5 system. I'm playing David De Gea in goal. I have Wan-Bissaka at right wing back. We've got Rafael Varane at right centre back. In the libero position, we have Lindelof, so he's going to be in and out from defence to attack, helping the attack a bit. And Narcia at left centre back. At left wing back, this is a shocking, well, not a shocking decision, controversial decision. Luke Shaw. We have Van der Beek, right centre mid. We've got Paul Pogba next to VDB. He's going to be playing more attacking, box to box. We have Sancho at right forward. He's going to be more like a false nine, dropping deep. Ronaldo is going to be starting, another controversial decision as well. And then we have Marcus Rashford on the left wing. So I've made two big decisions. Leaving out Telles, he's had a really good season. And leaving out Greenwood, well, leaving Greenwood on the bench as well for Ronaldo.
Champions League final day. Fans are beginning to pour into the stadium and the tension is palpable. It is Chelsea, they face Manchester United, and it's live on EA TV. This is where every top-level footballer wants to be after a long season. The Champions League final. Only two teams left in the battle for Europe's Premier Club competition. My name is Derek Ray, and I'm joined for commentary on this final.
So here we are. Champions League final, Manchester United versus Chelsea. This is what we're here for, that big trophy right there on that podium. I'm really nervous. It's actually really intense. Don't want to bottle this European final in front of everyone. I mean, there's always next year, but this is the opportunity right now to make a claim for this European title. Fielding a really strong side. I'm really trying to basically nullify whatever plans they have. That's the only reason why I'm mirroring their formation. However, my one does have a little bit of twist to it. It has a bit of a twist, sorry. Yeah. So you can see they're playing a back five. They look really defensive. The only offensive player for them in that back five to me is Reece James. Chilwell has a bit of size to him on the left, but he's not as prolific as Reece James. Reece James can go forward, he can take shots, he can put a nice cross in. So I really need to watch out for him on the right side. Hopefully Rashford gives him a tough time defensively as well. So here we are, we've kicked off, the Champions League match has begun. There's a lot at stake right now, so I'm assuming, it's only assumption that Tuchel's going to play it smart. If not, then it's going to be a really good back and forth. I don't mind that. In fact, I prefer it for you guys, so you guys are entertained. Okay, so the ball's played to the right. Varane plays it up the line. Here's Sancho. Ronaldo. Oh my god. Wan-Bissaka's offside. There's Mason Mount. He heads it down into Reece James. The ball's played into Kante. There's Timo Werner. Reece James. Kante. They're inside the penalty area. Nice block there by Varane. Get cleared. Come on. There's Rashford. One forward down the left-hand side. Cutting on inside. Oh, Kante's there. Protecting Reece James. Lindelof plays it forward. It's Donny on the ball to Sancho. Just going to run forward into space. Oh, Ronaldo just slipped offside. I thought that was the opportunity right there to have a good shot on goal. Yeah, it's an easy decision. There's Chilwell dribbling down the left-hand side. Oh, well done, Varane. He concedes a throw-in though. I thought he was going to take the ball and go forward with it. There's Jorginho into Chilwell. Ooh, they're playing the ball around nicely. Oh, there it is. What a save by David De Gea. Wow. Pulls off a magnificent save. I thought that was going to be 1-0 for Chelsea. This is not going to work out. Because so far, obviously, they've been playing like this the whole season. I've only just adopted this formation in May. So this playing style is not something I normally do. Oh, Sancho finds Ronaldo. Ronaldo's through and goal. Goes around the keeper. Thinks it in. Oh my days. Thiago Silva clears it off the line. Oh my god. That would. Okay, so De Gea catches the ball from the corner. There's Pogba. Ronaldo's just too quick. Just doesn't have the patience. But Pogba's on a really nice run. Across it into the far post. Jadon Sancho has opened the scoring for us in the 34th minute. So we've drawn first blood. It's a fantastic counter-attack from a poor corner. Pogba kept going and going. Nobody could hold him. Nobody could stop him. Puts a nice ball in at the far post. And the diving header by Jadon Sancho helps us take the lead. There's Marcus Rashford. Plays it to the right. Into Wan-Bissaka. Slips in Van der Beek. Tried to drill it across the box. But Thiago Silva was there to block it. Yeah, now he understands what I was trying to do. Like, boss, why are we going 5 at the back in a big final? Now you see. Okay. Mason Mount now gives the ball back. Yes, Luke Shaw, really alert. I had a lot of doubts about Luke Shaw coming into this game. The way he was playing against Crystal Palace gave me a lot of red flags. But then I had to take a look at his sharpness. And I compared it to Alex Telles and I realised Telles hasn't even been getting any game time because I saw Luke Shaw as the backup left back. And because of that, yeah, Alex Telles' sharpness was on orange, so I had to go with Luke Shaw anyway. There's a Pogba into Rashford, crosses the ball in, Ronaldo's there, Sancho goes up for the header instead, and he climbs over Thiago Silva to head us into a 2-0 lead. What's happened there? I didn't even get to see what Mendy attempted to do. I just saw the ball just go in. Let's analyse what's happened because I feel like Mendy's allowed that to go in. So here's Pogba. He gives it to Rashford. He crosses it in. Sancho rises above Chil and Thiago Silva. And it just looks like Mendy's dived the complete opposite way. Since when did Jadon Sancho have the leverage like that? Since when was he a good header of the ball as well? That's 2 headers in one sitting. Well, this couldn't have gone any better. Manchester United are leading 2-0 at half time. So looking at the stats, you can see we've had a lot more chances. We haven't moved the ball around as much as them. They've attempted 90 passes. We've only attempted 77. How many passes were completed though? Yeah, they've completed 10 more passes. So it's not as bad as the match where we got outplayed by Leicester without getting outplayed. But yeah, we are dominating in chance creations. We've held on to possession a lot longer, and we've both had the same amount of shots, and we've scored 2 goals. So yeah, and all in all, perfect first half. So we're in the Sanderson Park Arena, and we're about to begin the second half. We started this game off quite quietly, and then we warmed up a bit. And once Sancho started knocking on their door, things started going our way. So we're leading 2-0 from 2 goals from Jadon Sancho. As you can see, Ben Chilwell's been given a yellow card for a poor tackle. Yeah, Tuchel has he's been showing up a bit with his own formation. Obviously, I've added my own little twist to it, but it's pretty much the same thing.
Right here on EA TV, the Champions League final. It's Manchester United taking on.
Okay, the last thing we need to do is get complacent. So the third goal is something I want to get without conceding. Just got to buy some time. They are chilling in their own half. I think they're really cautious. Before they were in my face. They were really intense. They were aggressive, and now they're just sitting back. Didn't really need to do that. I just gave possession away. There's a Pulisic into Chilwell. Werner. Where's Lukaku? Let's not trust this guy. He's got legs for days. 1 minute he's going one direction, next minute he's off in another. Pulisic puts the ball in, well done, and Nasir was awake and alert to the cross. Paul Pogba can help us on the counter attack, plays the ball in behind. There's Marcus Rashford. It's going to be caught up by Reece James. Rashford cuts it back. Oh, Kante's there to prevent the shot from Van der Beek. Oh, shot by Wan-Bissaka. So we're both about to make changes. Chelsea are bringing on Ziyech, taking on Pulisic. I think that's a really poor choice by Tuchel. I'm bringing on Mason Greenwood and McTominay and taking off Lindelof and Ronaldo. So McTominay is going to be dropping into the defensive position and also sitting as a defensive midfielder from time to time as well. It's been a really good game for my players. Reece James plays it into Werner. I don't know what Werner thought he was doing, but that there was a poor choice because we're off on a counter attack now. There's Van der Beek into Rashford. Rashford running into space. No one's near him. Marcus Rashford has a free shot at goal and it's 3-0. We have put the nail in its coffin. Manchester United look like they're about to stroll to their first European title since 2008. I'm just going to move this ball around. It might get boring from this point for you guys. I'm just going to try look after the ball. Keeping a clean sheet in the Champions League final will be a nice bonus. Probably going to bring on Pedence. Maybe Delo. Delo has earned his spot to play in the Champions League final. Kind of feel sorry for him. I had to go with Wan-Bissaka because defensively he's a bit more sound. Okay, so Diogo Dalot is about to make an appearance for the last 5 minutes. He's really done well this season, so it's only right he gets a couple of minutes on the field in the final. The only player I feel bad about snubbing is Pedence. He's been a star since coming in for 17 million from Wolves. Oh, what a save! David De Gea, man. There's no way you guys can't say David De Gea is our player of the year. Look at the saves he's made throughout this whole season. He's made one crucial save at the beginning of this match. If Kante scores that, it's a whole different game. And he's made a save just now. For his own dignity and pride, he probably wants a clean sheet. Chilwell. Really dominant performance by my players. Really happy with them. As Conte takes a shot. David De Gea couldn't stop that. I am not angry with that. You just gotta put some respect on De Gea's name, regardless of him conceding that goal. It was a nice shot by Kante. So I'm gutted that we didn't get the clean sheet, but I don't even care. Look how well he's performed throughout the season. He saved us earlier in this game, as I already mentioned. David De Gea is a star. Here's a Sancho into the low. It's the time for one more goal. Make it 4-1. Whew. Oh, Greenwood almost sucked in Kante. And there we go. We are champions of Europe. It's been a while since I've been able to say this about Manchester United. We have won the biggest trophy there is in Europe.
They'll be going mad in the next few moments.
The Champions League winners, Manchester United.
So the treble has been achieved again by the Red Devils. And I'm happy to say that I was in charge through this whole process. We have won the Champions League. David De Gea gets his first Champions League trophy. Yeah, it's really nice to have won this trophy. Going into next season, it's going to be a ball. Now, from here on, it's just about evaluating the players that I currently have evaluating who should go, who should stay, who can we add to this squad to be in this position again next year. Drop some comments below of some suggestions. Let me know what you think about our performance in the Champions League. Did you think it was an easy ride? Do you think it was well deserved? So we've enjoyed a magnificent season. We've come out on the other side with the treble. All the pitch work is now done. So we're recapping the season now. We're going to take a look at the table. I'm only going to mention the top 6 and the teams that are relegated. If you do want to read everything, you can pause it. I will show the whole table eventually. So yeah, Man United, we finished on top of the pile with 101 points. Liverpool, they finished second with 84 points. Manchester City finished third with 80 points. We have Chelsea at 4th place with 76 points. And Spurs, they finished 5th. They were level on points with West Ham, but they had 21 goals on the goal difference stats. And they finished 5th place, sorry. And West Ham finished 6th place. If you want to see the mid-table teams, pause it from now. So we're going to take a look at the 3 teams relegated: Norwich, Brighton and Brentford. So Norwich finished 18th. They just missed out on safety. On goal difference, they were level on points with Southampton. Brighton, they finished 19th with 27 points. And Brentford finished all the way at the bottom with 14 points. So if I'm moving too fast, just pause the video and analyze the table because I have to go through this quickly. Fulham gained automatic promotion by winning the league. So did Sheffield United, they finished 2nd. And QPR, they finished 3rd, but they have to go through playoffs as well. Paris Saint-Germain, they won the league by a landslide. They won the Ligue 1 with 102 points. 2nd place was Olympique Lyonnais with 79 points. So we have a shock in the Bundesliga. Frankfurt, they won the league. They got 71 points. Behind them is Borussia Dortmund with 70 points. And Bayern Munich finished 4th. Napoli, they won the league with 92 points. Juventus finished 2nd with 89. So they wasn't too far apart. And yeah, well done to Napoli. PSV, they won the league as well. 73 points. Ajax with 72 points. AZ Alkmaar has 71. So that was a really close title race. Sporting Lisbon, they won the Liga NOS with 86 points. And Celtic, they regained the Scottish Premiership back with 92 points. They won it by far. Rangers finished 2nd. Dundee was 3rd. Okay, La Liga, really interesting. Atletico Madrid have retained their title with 85 points on the table. Real Madrid finished 2nd. Sevilla finished 3rd with 68 points. And Barcelona, they finished 4th. So yeah, the top 3 remain in the top 4. As you can see, we won the FA Cup against QPR 1-0. It was a really cagey game, but we made it over the line. Arsenal defeated us in the Carabao Cup final 3-0. They destroyed us and dismantled us. If you want to see that, go to episode 11. Okay, Chelsea, they won the Super Cup. This was something that happened earlier on in the season. We beat Chelsea in the final of the Champions League. We beat them 3-1 convincingly. We also have Real Betis in the Super Cup next season. They ended up beating Real Sociedad 2-0 in the Europa League final. Roma, they won the ECL and they won it on penalties against Feyenoord. So we'll be seeing them in Europa League next season. Ongoing, we have the World Cup. I'll let you guys know who ends up winning the World Cup once we get into the next season, as it's just started. They've only played 1 game. As you can see, England are at the bottom of the group, which is quite typical. So with objectives now, we end up smashing it out of the park. Not all of them, but we did quite well. So we won the Premier League when we was only supposed to finish in the Champions League place. We won the FA Cup. They expected us to win that. We won the league within a season and they expected us to win it in 2. We reached the final of the Champions League and ended up winning it. We got 5 wins in away league games. We did that around 9 times and we were only supposed to do it 5 times. We also signed 2 defenders to the youth academy. When that was what we were supposed to do. And the other one was signed 2 young players, which we didn't do. I'm sure we signed 1, but I don't think they counted it because I did it outside the window, which is quite annoying. So these are the squad rankings that I put together since EA took squad rankings out of the game. So I created my own. So as you can see in the sell section, we have Fred, Maguire, Matic and Ronaldo. Ronaldo's there because I feel like he's stunting the progression of Greenwood and Martial. I think they can become world beaters without him in the side. Meh means basically, if someone comes in for you, I will negotiate, but I'm not going to actively try to sell you. So Wan-Bissaka's in it. Cavani's, his contract's running out at the end of the season. We have McTominay in there, Twanzebe. Henderson, he kind of needs to leave. He's first team quality, but he's not going to be the first choice next season. And Lindelof is in there as well, because sometimes he's wishy-washy with his performances. In the calm section, we have Pogba, Williams, who's out on loan. He's progressing really well. Fernandes, Telles, Van der Beek, Varane, Podence, Inacio, Martial, and Luke Shaw. Martial could be an untouchable, but because of his injury, he's going to be out for 7 months. Well, he's currently doing his time. I made it sound like he's serving a prison sentence. But yeah, I don't know what his mentality is going to be like when he comes back. And untouchable, you already know why. De Gea, he's just been magnificent. He's a superstar. We have Greenwood as well, Sancho and Rashford too. So we have some end of the season accolades to go over. We're going to start with Daniel Podence, who was our signing of the season. He had 46 appearances with 27 goal involvements, so 17 goals and 10 assists with a 6.9 average rating. The other player to look at is our young player of the year, Stepan Vukoja. He's a player that was generated into my youth system. I didn't necessarily scout him, but I did build on him and nurture him into good talent. He started off with a 56 overall rating and ended the season with a 66 overall rating. And he made 6 appearances. He managed to bag 2 goals with 1 assist with a 6.6 average rating. I also made him my player to watch out for next season because yeah, he is the best player out of the youth players that I've scouted. Not on paper, because I think Willis has a higher overall than him, and so is Oliver Johnston. But out of the players that performed for me coming into first team, he was really good as well. Player of the year obviously is going to be David De Gea. He's a superstar. He made a lot of crucial saves during the season, pulled off a fantastic save in the Champions League final as well. Yeah, that did it for me. He ended the season with 17 assists, 51 appearances, and somehow he bagged an assist. Don't even ask me how he managed to do that. And he also got a 6.8 average rating. So yeah, our captain and our star performer got player of the year. Let me know in the comment section what you think about that decision. If you have other ideas, if you think Sancho should have got it, Rashford should have got player of the year, or maybe Hannibal should have been in contention for young player of the year, or Inacio. Inacio did well coming into the team. Maybe he should have got signed into the season. Let me know in the comment section below what you think. So before we conclude this episode and the season, I'm just going to let you guys know what to expect next season. I am going to try going to the market for CDM, that's for sure. That's a definite. I failed to bring in Tchouaméni at the end of January. I may go back in for him again. If that doesn't work out, my backups are Zakaria, Kamara and Lisandro Martinez from Ajax. Also, I do need a centre mid. So I'm either getting a box-to-box centre mid or just a playmaker. Nicolo Barella is one of those players that was mentioned a few episodes back, and yeah, he's quite interesting. He is quite overpowered. I don't tend to go for players like that. I tend to go for players that I can build on and turn into world-class players. But Pogba is getting on with age as well, so he is a future replacement for Pogba, or he could be in contention to replace Pogba right this minute or next season, should I say. Also at left back, I need competition for Alex Telles and Luke Shaw. I've scouted this player called Darno, Wellington Darno. He's a young Brazilian from the Brazilian league. He's not real, but his overall's 81 and he's 22 years of age. And he's good going forward and good at defending. He's got good defensive awareness as well. Yeah, just let me know in the comment section below what you think of those choices. If you've got other suggestions to add on, realistic suggestions, let me know and I'll take them on board before I begin the second season. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for everyone that's tuned in, especially the people that have been there from start to finish and commented as well and liked and shared as well. I really appreciate it. It kept me motivated during the season and the editing stages as well. So I'd like to thank you guys, and I hope to see you in episode 19 and hope to see you in season 2. Goodbye for now.